The Kyron Horman case. Have the tables now been turned on the missing boy's infamous stepmom? Terry Horman's attorney says she is now getting death threats. Is this woman, once described as a doting stepmom, now playing the unwanted role of hated villain? It has been 6 long weeks since little Kyron vanished on her watch. In that time, we've heard a slew of stunning claims against this woman. In court documents, her husband claims cops told him Terry tried to hire a hitman to murder him. Terry's also accused of having an affair with her husband's high school friend during the very time her entire community was desperately searching for Kyron. But tonight, her lawyer says this is all one giant witch hunt. And get this, she is blaming the media. Terry was the very last person to see Kyron, but she has not been named as suspect. The boy's biological mom says she has no doubt that Terry is involved in the boy's disappearance.
I've known her a long time. I know she's lying.
Now, Terry and her estranged husband are battling over the family home. Kane, that's Kyron's dad, moved out about 2 weeks ago with their young daughter, and now he wants Terry to move out of the house so he and that little girl can move back in. Terry's response? Show me the money.
We've learned that Terry Horman is now asking for money to be paid by Kane Horman before she will move out of her house. Kane Horman is saying, I'm not going to give you anything unless you start talking.
In the midst of this bizarre family feud, there is still a little boy who vanished seemingly into thin air. Are cops any closer to finding precious Kyron Horman? Straight out to my fantastic expert panel. But first to investigative journalist Michelle Segona. Michelle, what is the very latest?
Well, Jane, Kane does want Terry ejected from the family home by tomorrow, but her lawyer says that she needs more time. So that's really the issue that's going on here. There is a court hearing today to determine what will happen to that family home and who needs to move out and who needs to move back in. Also, Kane wants their daughter to be able to get back to a normal life. He wants to move on to work slowly but surely. He also wants to be able to stock the refrigerator and really get Kiara back on a normal schedule and get Kyron's room and everything ready and prepared for when he does come home. Also, Terry's lawyer says, as you mentioned, she's having a hard time finding a place to live and that she is a victim of a media witch hunt. In addition, the sheriff's department has come out to ask the media if they have any interviews with anyone that claims to maybe have seen Kyron after 8:45 a.m. on June the 4th, that they would like for those tapes to be turned over to them.
Well, you got right to my big issue, and it's directed right at Terry's lawyer. Don't blame the messenger. Now, this attorney says the whole case has become a witch hunt, and it's all because of a media frenzy. A witch hunt? Really? Well, let's recap the list of purported allegations against Terry. Her husband says she failed 2 polygraph exams. Her husband says cops told him she tried to hire a hitman to murder her husband. Kane says she planned to abduct their daughter Kiara from a daycare center at his gym after he left the home with the child. And then there's the alleged cheating. Her husband says cops told him they have hundreds of text messages and graphic sexual photos that Terry exchanged with a guy named Michael Cook after Kyron vanished, while everyone else was looking for the child. You know, Ryan Smith, isn't the media just reporting allegations that were made in court documents in the hopes of solving this tragic mystery?
Absolutely, and that's why you need the media in these cases. Now, I know we're all members of the media, but you know what? Here's the thing. First of all, by having these documents come out, if Terry knows something, this tightens the screws on her. Now you've got these allegations out there in public, you have even more of an incentive to share whatever it is that you know about Kyron's disappearance. The other thing is, remember, we're looking for Kyron. Everyone out there is trying to find him. The more exposure that happens here, the better the chances to find him and get him home safely. So the media is helping, not hurting.
All right, Jeff Brand, you're shaking your head.
No, I think it is a witch hunt. Come on. We don't have any facts to support any of these accusations. Desiree says, I have no doubt. Maybe she has no doubt, but please give me a fact as to why I'm supposed to believe she has no doubt. There are no facts to support any of this. It's just accusations, and it's really coming from Kane himself as well as Desiree. But everybody wants to say she's the prime suspect or it's suspicious, but nobody's giving me any facts. And I think we do need to hold back and say, wait a second, let's not judge this case and say she has a duty to tell where the kid is. We don't know that she took the kid, and there's no facts that suggest that she did.
Well, I think that you're making a very good point, and I'd like to bring Wendy Murphy in this. It seems like police want to have it both ways. They keep purportedly leaking things to Kyron's dad, and he puts them in court documents and files those court documents, and then we report on them. But they haven't taken any action themselves to even call her a person of interest.
Yeah, you know, look, defense attorneys do these document dumps all the time when they want to distort the public opinion in their direction. So let's not whine too much on her behalf, all right? It may not be a witch hunt. I'd call it more of a hunt, if you know what I'm saying, because that's how I see this woman. Look, whether she did something harmful to the boy or not, she knows things. She's clearly taken the fifth. She's lawyered up, and that makes people angry. That's why she's suffering pressure.
What else is she supposed to say?
I don't care what we call it. I say squeeze this woman until she talks because a child is missing. I don't care if they do waterboarding. If it was my kid, I would say do waterboarding. Anything at all.
Hold on. One at a time, or I've got to bring out the big gavel. Okay, Jeff Brown, your turn.
Maybe there's nothing else to say. She's told everybody what happened. She dropped him off at the science fair, and she left him at 8:45. You can't do anything more than that if that's the truth. Because that's all she can say, and she's still being looked at. Because she's still being looked at as a suspect, even though she's told them that.
Do you see what you just did, though, Jeff? You said she's got nothing else to say, but she's hiding behind the Fifth Amendment. That doesn't exactly.
She's not hiding. She has nothing else to say. How long are you going to keep calling her a suspect?
Then she doesn't have to take the Fifth. Then she doesn't have to assert her Fifth Amendment rights.
All right, ho. Order in the studios. Here's another problem. Kane filed a contempt of court claim against Terry that says she showed a sealed restraining order to her guy pal, Michael Cook. Kane says Terry let Michael take pictures of the document, and he purportedly Google searched a location where Kane had gone with his child to live in privacy, given everything that's gone down. Now, the contempt of court hearing is scheduled for September 21st. That's more than 2 months away. Am I missing something, Pat Brown? If cops want to put the squeeze on Terry and get her to spill, why not hold a contempt of court hearing right now and then stick her in the slammer if she did that? That would put the squeeze. Why wait 2 months to hold this crucial hearing?
Well, you know, all I can guess is that they have some plan, some real good plan of action. Maybe they just want to get a little bit more information, have her out there, maybe tripping over herself, because she's shown two traits of psychopathy. One is to not realize what her actions look like to other people. So for your action, there's going to be a reaction. She doesn't seem to get the reaction part. And not taking responsibility for your behavior. She's done nothing like a normal parent. She hasn't just focused on Kyron like every parent would, and really nothing else matters. She's focused on herself, a very narcissistic trait. It's all about me and what I want to do with my life and how I want to move on. And that is, maybe they're wanting her to trip up a little bit more because she's working hard at it.
Deborah, North Carolina, your question or thought, man?
Yes, well, hey, Jane, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I'm glad I got to talk to you. My question is, I was wondering, they were saying this lady, she started having this affair right after the little boy went missing. Well, that doesn't sound right. So I'm wondering if she didn't hurt the baby. Usually if somebody that goes in postpartum depression after having a baby.
Yeah. Well, give us the timeline briefly, Michelle Sagona. Michael Cook is essentially exonerated of anything except for maybe bad judgment because he didn't really get involved with her till after Kyron vanished.
You're right. You're exactly right. And when I spoke to Michael Cook, he said that he did not have any personal contact with the family until after Kyron went missing, and then he and some other friends had stepped up to the plate to help out. And allegedly, the sexting, the exchange of sexual graphic nature from cell phone to cell phone happened on or after June the 30th. Up until, obviously, early parts of July when investigators found out about it.
Well, on the other side of the break, stay with us because we're going to psychoanalyze this woman, Terry, more on this desperate, complicated search plus abuse.